Guys, we back, about to take this interior out. So I'm gonna start with taking the seats out first, and then I'll move on to the dash. You already know the game. You know it's a fam thing. But yeah, we're gonna get this thing started real quick. Start by taking these seats out. And we got 4 12mm bolts. I'll show y'all real quick. And then I'll move on to pulling this dash out so I can start pulling the harness through and get the brake lines and stuff marked up for the prop valve and pull this carpet out. Yeah, so let's get to it. Okay, now that the seat is out, I'll basically repeat the same thing for the passenger side, and then we'll move on to the dash, and then I'll pull the carpet out, and we'll start getting all this trash and stuff out of here, then pull the carpet out. But that's pretty much it. Show you where all the bolts and all the screws and the dash where you need to pull, and we'll get it all out. So pull this passenger seat out real quick, and then we'll move on to the dash. All right, both seats are out. I'm gonna collect a little trash, but I'm gonna pull the dash out so I can see everything. So I'm gonna try to do this off of memory since when I had my CRX. Not as strong as the book. Alright, on that right now. So yeah, this is where the clock is supposed to go. Alright guys, so what I did was take the faceplate off the AC control, take the buttons off, and then because the screws to the bracket actually hold the faceplate on also. So once you pull the screws out, you can just pull the 3 buttons off, pull the knob off, pause, and then you can pull the faceplate off. Don't worry about trying to disconnect the cables, they just stay on the actual controller, and you leave that in. So once you try to pull the dash, it'll come loose. So another thing, I fed the wire harness back through the cage through this outlet right here. So just pulled everything back through, hanging now, and then declipped it. And then there's a relay that hangs at the bottom of the cage. You just pull out. So now I'll go to the driver's side and check the bolts and get ready to pull this puppy out. Oh, and yeah, and I forgot this also, this 12 millimeter that's holding the cage to the bottom bracket. Don't forget about that. All right guys, so another thing, since my dash has never been out, the wire harness is still attached to I want to say like a guide that's screwed to the actual dash. So I'm gonna have to cut this little tape around here and then pull the harness out in several areas that's still attached to the back of the dash, so that's keeping it in. So if your dash has never been out, it's gonna be a little bit harder to pull out because you're gonna have a little bit more things to do on the underside of the dash. It's not gonna just be detached from the cage. So I also pulled the 4 bolts, the 12s on the steering to drop it, and I left the 2 that holds the brace, but the 4 underneath. I had to get a light to show you, but yeah, had to drop that a little bit to get some clearance to pull this down some. And now I'm about to cut this tape here so I can pull the harness out. So I'll be right back because I need both my hands. All right guys, so that was it. Once you do that, then the dash just comes out, and then I'm about to be done with this. So I just had a visitor. She don't want to be on camera, so I'm done for the night. I'll pull the rest of this stuff out tomorrow. And yeah, it's basically how you pull the dash out. So all right guys, we're gonna close out this video. Interior pretty much gutted. The dash is out, so now I just gotta pull like the heater box, all that stuff out, the vents, and then I'll pull the carpet and start pulling like the panel stuff off. And I can see where all the lines run, so I can start running lines for fuel and brakes. Once the brakes and fuel lines are ran, then you know we can start progressing and putting things back together. Yeah, so from there is where we're at now. So I'm gonna stop the video here, and I think tomorrow, if I get a chance, I'm gonna do a little bit and start finishing pulling the interior out. So like I said, we can hurry up and get these lines mocked. But go ahead, and if you haven't, go ahead and like the video, go ahead and share, hit that, you know, the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. So, you know, I told you we're gonna keep these things rolling. Just try to give you as much content as I can when I can. But until then, I always believe, guys, you know, you can do it. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.